For 11 years, the NDTV Dettol Banega Swasth India campaign has driven conversations on how hygiene is the foundation for good health. And now, as one of India's longest running public health campaigns on TV, NDTV Dettol Banega Swasth India campaign is at the World Economic Forum, Davos 2025. The conversations have been around health, hygiene and sustainability. So let's take a look at what all has happened here.
देखिए 11 करोड़ टॉयलेट बनने से करीब 60 करोड़ लोग जो ओपन में शौच जाते थे उनकी आदत बदल गई है। तो मोदी साहब ने सिर्फ टॉयलेट नहीं बनाए हैं, 60 करोड़ लोगों की आदत भी बदल दी है। और आदत बदलने से क्या हुआ, जब पहले बच्चे बाहर जाते थे तो हर साल करीब 30 लाख बच्चे उनकी मौत हो जाती थी, उनको कहीं ना कहीं बीमारियाँ लगती थी, डायरिया होता था। उसमें से तो यानी 5 साल 10 साल के अंदर करीब 6 और पहले 5 साल का तो रिपोर्ट WHO का है ही है 3 लाख का, मैं अभी 10 साल हुआ तो करीब 6 लाख बच्चे, अभी उसका रिपोर्ट आया नहीं है मगर उतनी तो जान बची है। एक बहुत बड़ा इफेक्ट उसके अंदर हुआ है। महिला जो फिर सशक्तिकरण की बात आती है महिलाओं की, तो महिला उसको अगर बाहर जाना है, शौच के लिए जाना है तो अंधेरा हो जाएगा, जब वो जा सकती थी उनकी सिक्योरिटी की बात आती थी, उनका प्रॉब्लम होता था। तो ये जो सुरक्षा की बात है महिलाओं की, वो ये टॉयलेट घर में बनने की वजह से उनको अभी अपनी सुरक्षा के लिए एक बहुत बड़ा एक आधार मिल गया है। उनको अभी वो टेंशन नहीं रहा है। और पूरे दिन अगर शौच के लिए जाना है तो अंधेरा नहीं हुआ तो बाहर नहीं जा पाए, जब तक उनको ये गंदगी अपने शरीर में रखनी पड़ती थी। आज उसके वजह से उसके शरीर में और कोई ना कोई बीमारियाँ लगती थी, आज वो भी उसमें से उनको छुटकारा मिला है। तो ये दोनों प्रोजेक्ट की वजह से महिलाओं का सशक्तिकरण का भी बहुत बड़ा मुद्दा मोदी साहब ने सॉल्व कर दिया है।
महिलाओं के लिए ऑफ कोर्स एंड इवन बच्चों के लिए। एक आखिरी सवाल, पानी एक पीने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है, बेसिक राइट है। सर एक आखिरी सवाल जो आपसे पूछना चाहूँगी, हाइजीन, चाहे वो हाथ धोना हो, हमने कोविड के दौरान देखा, उसके बारे में आप क्या मैसेज देना चाहेंगे? क्योंकि हाइजीन इज़ द फाउंडेशन ऑफ गुड हेल्थ और मोदी जी भी विजन 2047 विकसित भारत की बात करते हैं, उसमें बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है।
देखिए आज छोटे बच्चे भी, उनको भी अभी आदत हो गई है। अब उनका हाथ वो आएगा पहले स्कूल से तो पहले हाथ धो देगा, वो पहला गिलास धो के ही पानी पिएगा, कचरा होगा तो उठा के वो डस्टबिन में डाल देगा। शायद हमारे उम्र के लोग इतनी चिंता नहीं करेंगे, उतनी चिंता वो बच्चे कर रहे हैं। मोदी साहब ने बच्चों से ही शुरू किया है, ऊपर तक ले जा रहे हैं और आज पूरे देश में स्वच्छता के लिए सबके मन में जो भावना बनी है उसी की वजह से हमारा देश स्वच्छ हुआ है और स्वच्छ रहेगा।
और आपने बिल्कुल ठीक कहा, बच्चे ही हमारा फाउंडेशन है। हमसे बात करने के लिए थैंक यू सो मच सर।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
We have with us Minister of Food Processing, Mr. Chirag Paswan. He's really the driving force ensuring that there is food for all. Chirag, very important question. अगर हम बात करते हैं hunger index की, India doesn't stand really good, but you have been talking about the access, equitable access of nutritious food for all. How is the ministry ensuring that food reaches all? Because that is really critical.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं मानता हूँ और ये हकीकत भी है कि हमें वो क्षमता है फूड फॉर ऑल, और ना सिर्फ क्षमता हमारे अपने देश के लिए है बल्कि ग्लोबली भी हम लोग सामर्थ हैं कि हम लोग दुनिया की भूख को हम में वो क्षमता है कि हम लोग वहाँ तक उनकी मदद कर पाएँ। ऐसे में बस चीज़ों को स्ट्रीमलाइन चैनलाइज करने की ज़रूरत है, अपने उत्पादन को बढ़ाने की ज़रूरत है जो भारत की धरती में क्षमता है, और साथ ही में उनको प्रिजर्व करने की ज़रूरत है। पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट लॉसेस हम लोग के लिए हमेशा से हम लोग के लिए कंसर्न रहे हैं। मुझे खुशी है कि पिछले 10 सालों में हम लोग की सरकार ने कई ऐसे नए कदम उठाए जहाँ इकोसिस्टम बिल्ड किया विद लॉट ऑफ न्यू कोल्ड चेन्स कमिंग अप, जहाँ पे चीज़ों को लंबे समय तक आप प्रिजर्व कर सकते हैं। वहीं नई टेक्नोलॉजी का भी हम लोगों ने सहारा लिया। इरेडिएशन एक ऐसा यूनिट है जहाँ पे इरेडिएशन के माध्यम से पेरिशेबल फूड आइटम्स, भले वो वेजिटेबल्स हों वो फ्रूट्स हों, उनकी लॉन्जिटिविटी को बढ़ाया जा सकता है, लंबे समय तक उन्हें फ्रेश रखा जाता है। तो ऐसे में अलग अलग टेक्नोलॉजी, अलग अलग इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर के माध्यम से हम लोग पोस्ट हार्वेस्ट लॉसेस को भी हम लोग काफ़ी हद तक नियंत्रित करने का हम लोग प्रयास कर रहे हैं, और ये कलेक्टिवली ये सारे प्रयास हम लोग को और मजबूत करेंगे ग्लोबली अपने आप को एज ग्लोबल फूड बास्केट के तौर पे प्रस्तुत करने के लिए। मैं मानता हूँ स्वस्थ रहना हर एक के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है। आप जब तक अपनी सेहत का ध्यान नहीं देंगे, आप अपने परिवार का नहीं दे पाएंगे, इवेंचुअली आप अपने देश का नहीं दे पाएंगे। तो एक हेल्दी देश के लिए एक हेल्दी परिवार, और हेल्दी परिवार के लिए हर व्यक्ति का स्वस्थ होना ज़रूरी है। विशिंग यू ऑल अ वेरी हेल्दी लाइफ।
I just wanted you to reflect a little bit on something that we are doing in NDTV. As you know, we've got a Banega Swasth India campaign, and you talk about healthcare very, very closely. Just to let you know, we've got a bot which we've got out in 4 different languages where we are talking about the importance of hygiene. It's out of the World Economic Forum. Could you tell us about, when it comes to the rights of women and the welfare of women, hygiene is a critical issue?
I think that one of the biggest misconceptions is that women and health are issues which are not comparable till you look at either offtake from pharmaceutical companies or, for that matter, offtake with regards to innovations. If I contextualize what you're doing in hygiene, in the year 2011-12, subject to correction, possibly 2010, the World Bank came out with a report as to how lack of sanitation in India was costing a negative impact of 6% on our GDP.
Yes.
Now, those are not just rights based on women, their welfare and their protection. But if I do speak on that, one of the alarming things that one of the channels in India had brought out was rape and sexual assault on women in that time period was up to 40 to 43% only when they went out to defecate in the open.
That's right,
So I think that the issue of hygiene is not an issue of cleanliness alone. It has to do a lot with the economic loss to a company, to an economy, if these elements are not looked into. It is also an issue of female safety. It is also an issue of nutrition. So if you look at the issue, let's say, of diarrhea deaths, if you look at the issue of malnutrition, people believe that this has to do predominantly with what kind of food is being infused into the body politic. But the problem is that a lot of issues with regards to malnutrition can also find this first step of correction if we look into hygiene issues.
Just as access to clean water is crucial for health and hygiene, nutritious food is equally vital, forming the foundation of a healthy and thriving India. With a vision of a Viksit Bharat towards empowering a stronger, self-reliant nation, Reckitt's Ravi Bhatnagar spoke with us. Let's go across to Mr. Ravi Bhatnagar, Director, External Affairs and Partnerships, SOA Reckitt. Ravi, Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one family. You know, that resonates deeply with what the Dettol Banega Swasth India campaign is trying to, put the message across when it comes to hygiene on the global platform. How do you envision this initiative fostering a culture of health across borders?
Very much this whole concept of Vasudev Kutumbakam actually resonates with our coming to Davos with the key messages on hygiene. And we have been creating a movement towards achieving the vision of Viksit Bharat or Viksit India at 2047. And one of the very instrumental thing is practicing hygiene in our daily lives to prevent disease, conserve resources and support eco-friendly practices. And third is raise awareness and raise the consciousness. At Davos, one of the very important things what we want to take up is making sure this whole concept of Vasudev Kutumbakam stays very strongly, which was also a part of the larger discussions during the G20, where we talked about hygiene is the foundation of good health and universal need that transcend borders, beliefs, and cultures, aligning with the Indian philosophy of Vasudev Kutumbakam. The world is one family. So we have seen during COVID, we have seen during MERS, we have seen during various H1N1 influenzas and other, epidemics and pandemics. Like, they don't stay just in some regions. Many times they are cross-country, cross-continents. And it's very important, we seriously take hygiene as a foundation of, good health. And hence, Dettol is there this year at Davos 2025 to launch a very, very interesting, AI-based chatbot, which is called Hygieia. Hygieia is a goddess of hygiene in Latin. And we are bringing Hygieia to the world. And it will be launched in Davos in 22 Indian languages, along with the 3 international languages, which are French, Spanish, and Mandarin.
Ravi, as India envisions a vibrant future with Viksit Bharat in 2047, How do you see the role of Dettol Banega Swasth India campaign evolving, and contributing meaningfully to this ambitious vision? And what steps do you think the program will be taking to support India's progress to a more sustainable and healthy future?
I'm very happy to tell, we have started this journey for the Viksit Bharat 2047 on the very important day when the Honorable Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi, actually talked about the Clean India mission from the Red Fort. We were among the first few companies in India who actually committed around 100 crores for Banega Swasth India, and we have been continually investing towards this. One of the very interesting and important things for the Viksit India for 2047 is to support Government of India on 500 plus aspirational blocks in India. And one of the key focus basically is on the health and hygiene, how we improve the health and hygiene narrative. By 2047, we envision a nation where hygiene is a priority, health indicators have significantly improved, and communities are empowered enough to sustain these practices independently. Dettol Banega Swasth India will remain a committed partner in advancing India's vision of a cleaner and healthier and sustainable future. We have also come up with a very interesting pledge this year at the Davos 2025, which where we are talking about hygiene is the foundation for the good health and a step for India's vision of the Viksit Bharat 2047. Together, at Dettol and at Reckitt, we strive for a cleaner, healthier, and climate-conscious world with every citizen playing an active role.
And now let's explore the future of healthcare, delving into transformative power of AI, digital health technologies, and value-based care. So we have a very important person today here with us because Banega Swasth India really is about making India truly healthy. We have with us Dr. Shyam Bhushan. He's the head of Center for Health and Healthcare World Economic Forum. It's a pleasure to have you with us, sir. To begin with, I think AI, the theme this year is also intelligent age. How do you envision AI when it comes to healthcare, or would you like to share any best practices which you really think have brought about a change?
Yes, first of all, thank you, Ambika. Thanks for having me on your show. It's a pleasure to be here. It's a really important question. As you know, the overall banner for our annual meeting here in Davos is collaboration in intelligent age. So AI is front and center. So AI in our area, in our center of health and healthcare, is such an important topic for discussion here, because we do see that AI can completely transform the healthcare. So it's not only going to change a few things here and there, but it's going to completely transform the healthcare. We are looking at using AI to create better access, better health equity, better outcomes from the health delivery, as well as gain more efficiencies. So we are actually exploring AI as a transformational tool for healthcare.
We have a campaign called Banega Swasth India, which is now in the 11th year, longest running public health campaign on television.
Yes.
And it also talks about the role hygiene plays. And we've seen it in COVID, we've seen it even for other, pandemic after pandemic. How important do you think is the role of hygiene when it comes to one health? When we say health for all.
Yeah, it's very important. I think hygiene plays a big role, especially when you talk about infectious diseases. And we saw that during COVID, as you said. So hygiene plays a huge role. We want to make sure that people are doing basic stuff. And one of the basic stuff is just washing your hands. So you make sure that you wash your hands with, proper antibacterial soap for at least 60 seconds before you eat or before you use your hands on your body. So I think it's important to make sure that, we highlight hygiene through your Banega Swasth India campaign.
Banega Swasth India campaign is at the World Economic Forum Davos 2025, and we have a very special guest with us, someone who's been with us on the campaign since 2016.
Yes, I'm very proud of it.
Thank you so much. A passionate climate warrior, somebody who really has been working from the cause, and we've been seeing it for the cause. Looking at what we're going through, we're witnessing climate change. How can, and you as a, really a climate warrior, you've been working in the space of sustainability. How can individuals take more, how can they be more conscious and take the right steps to protect our environment?
I think let's start by creating some empathy within ourselves. I often say this, that what we are lacking as a race and as a generation is that we don't care about anything, not even our own healths. And then where will we care about all the millions of species that we share this planet with? We don't really. Let's start with that, and automatically you will go on to a lifestyle of sustainability. You know, honestly, very easy. We need to start living the way our grandmothers did. हमारी नानियाँ जैसी जीती थी. If we just start doing that, which is just a generation ago, right? Like I remember I would see my grandmother, she would always like have a wet waste separated, and because they had a huge house and she would like farm within her house, etc., she would always convert it into manure and use it for her plants and her trees, a compost. And she obviously had like natural ways of composting. So it's sustainability. Indian culture is sustainable. We just need to go back to our roots.
और अगर हम बात करें हमारे कैंपेन की, जिसके आप शुरू से आपने हमें सपोर्ट किया, थैंक यू सो मच फॉर दैट भूमि. अगर हम बात करें जैसे हाइजीन, हेल्थ की, सैनिटेशन की, किस तरह वी कैन इंश्योर कि हम वो भी बेहतर करें और साथ साथ सस्टेनेबल वे में बेहतर करें?
मुझे लगता है इंडिया हैज़ रियली कम अ लॉन्ग वे, यू नो, स्पेशली जो हमारे सैनिटेशन गोल्स है उन्हें लेके. हैव वी रीच्ड आवर अल्टीमेट गोल? बिल्कुल भी नहीं. मुझे लगता है कि small acts, like, you know, let's start by strengthening our ecosystem, है ना. अगर आपको लगता है कि शायद आपके इमीडिएट पेरिफेरी में कोई लड़की है जो अभी भी कपड़ा यूज़ करती है और सैनिटरी नैपकिन यूज़ नहीं करती, उसे एजुकेट कीजिए कि क्यों उसके हेल्थ के लिए वो इम्पॉर्टेंट है. इवन बेटर वो एक रीयूजेबल कप यूज़ करे, राइट. आई वुड से कि ऐसी छोटी छोटी चीज़ें आप एक बच्ची को एडुकेट कर दीजिए.
Meet Swadesh Foundation's Ronnie Screwwala, one of Dettol Banega Swasth India's pioneer on-ground partners since season 1, driving meaningful change in rural India. You know, to begin with, you were one of our first partners when the campaign started, and now we are in the second decade, season 11 of the campaign. Take us to the journey, take us to what Swadesh Foundation is doing, from building those toilets to bringing behavior change on ground.
No, I think 10 years, 11 years back, this was an incredible initiative at that time, but not most of these initiatives stay the course. So I think firstly, compliments to NDTV that they've stayed the course for 11 years, taken the cause and taken it to the next level. I think what started off was just a sense of awareness has actually become a call for action, and that's what I like about the last decade. That you all have been able to convert it to call for action. Every year has been a review of the past year. You've been able to see what impact has been made, and actually all of us in the sort of not-for-profit sector need to go back for impact. So, you know, just it's been a great ride. I think not just in toilets, right? Because actually you're sort of myopic when you're getting toilets. It's a cultural behavior for people in rural India, right? Because it's changing mindsets.
Following the remarkable success of Swadesh Foundation in Raigad, Adar Poonawalla is spearheading the Clan Mumbai mission, bringing transformative change to his hometown, Pune.
One of our key goals across the country, it's something which has been led by the Prime Minister personally, is a clean India, a Swachh India. Adar Poonawalla and the Serum Institute have had a role. In fact, he's done this personally in trying to clean up Pune itself. It's an initiative, a clean city initiative, which is now in its 10th year. How is it going?
Well, you know, as you mentioned, based on the inspiration we got from our Prime Minister in 2015, we had started with a small investment of about 50 to 100 crores, which now, you know, every year we're funding, where we brought in and imported equipment, electric machines and other sophisticated machines to pick up waste and process it. Today we have 450 trucks and machines patrolling the city of Pune, covering almost all of Pune, to you know, pick up the waste and segregate it and manage it. And you know, now it's really become a large initiative with other volunteers also stepping in. So you know, it's made a huge impact. And you know, when we talk about the environment and wet waste lying on the streets with methane going into the atmosphere and all of that, it's important to have these initiatives. And you know, as a role model, I hope other states also follow it.
NDTV's Dettol Banega Swasth India campaign took a first of its kind, innovative AI-based WhatsApp bot to the World Economic Forum, where Hygieia's mission is to provide accurate knowledge to children on the importance of hand washing.
My name is Dr. Komal Goswami. I am the Chief of Party from Plan India, and I'm here today at World Economic Forum Davos. Today we have specially bought our AI-based WhatsApp bot, which is called Hygieia, which promotes good hygiene. We have come up with a solution that for children, for younger generation, through an AI-based WhatsApp bot, which gives queries and answer the solutions and reflect what good and bad is in terms of health and hygiene, especially among school-going kids, among adolescents and young people. इस बॉट का एम है जहाँ पे हम एक ऐसा दुनिया बना सके जहाँ पे बच्चे स्पेशली एक फ्री क्वेश्चन पूछ सके, उनको फ्री आंसर मिल सके, उनको नॉन जजमेंटल आंसर मिल सके और अपनी छोटी छोटी क्वेरीज सच एज पर्सनल हाइजीन, हाइजीन एट इलनेस, हाइजीन एट होम एटसेट्रा एक अच्छे तरीके से सॉल्व हो सके. The special thing about this bot is that we have made this bot in 7 Indian languages as well as 4 international languages, and that's why we are here at World Economic Forum Davos, where the languages are Spanish, Mandarin, French, and English. So it's not just India that is benefiting from this AI-based WhatsApp bot for hygiene, but it is also the entire world. So this is basically India's dialogue for a solution on hygiene and hygiene-related questions and to the entire world.
At Davos 2025, leaders embraced the Dettol Banega Swasth India pledge, reaffirming their commitment to making health and wellness accessible to all. This movement strengthens the path toward a Viksit Bharat by 2047, combining global collaboration with local action for a healthier tomorrow.